Hey guys, Andre here. I'm gonna show you another quick replay of some polyphonic roar action. This time it's gonna be versus forest because I actually don't play versus that much forest that often on ladder. So, all right. So the game starts off. I'm going first. I actually get a pretty good hand here. I'm gonna get him pause this so I can discuss this. Okay, so versus forest, um, roach forest or whatever. Which is the primary force list. It's usually a counter to dragon if the game goes on long enough, and they have a lot of anti-aggro tools to kind of force you to do that. Like for example, turn one fairy circle, turn two fairies, turn three ancient elf. That usually kind of force you into a bad situation as a dragon player in which you don't get to ramp, and if you don't ramp as dragon, and you're taking a ton of damage, well, you're just not in a good spot. So I decided to keep this hand in order to have some form of like anti aggro tools early, and that would just hopefully be in a spot where I can maybe draw fervor in a few turns and be able to fervor and then just like start to win. All right, so this turn I'm gonna play Lyriel. I believe he did not get turn one fair circle, which is really good for me. However, he does have a Sylvan Justice. Um, so this turn I make a slight misplay. Um, I don't actually know why I decided to do this. I think I just got greedy and tried to hold Grimner for later in the game. For when wards are more important. But as you can see here, he gets to show me his second Sylvan Justice and, as well as develop a fairy. Oh, okay, I lied. He does not develop a fairy. So I play Rahab here. Rahab ordinarily is usually pretty fine on four, because he doesn't have a board, so he doesn't have anything that can Evo over it, unless he plays Ancient Elf, which he does. And I mean, right now, the Ancient Elf is actually really bad for me because I have to draw Sybil here. Just absolutely just have to draw it, but I don't. So I have to use the Grimner that I held earlier greedily, to have to Evo into this Ancient Elf, and he now has initiative, and it's going into his turn five. So so the best possible turn he could have this turn would be to go Thena, and then play out his zero cost maybe. But instead he makes another ancient elf, and right here this turn, it was actually a slight misplay on his part. He needed to Evo because if you've ever actually played Dragon, then you should know just how old, or you should know just how annoying 7 HP targets are for you to clear. Because at the moment, the most a Dragon player can do to you with just one card is 6 damage. At least in the mid game, and that's only from Sybil. So here he goes EPM, which is fine. Except I'm out of Evos. He still has one more and can possibly gain more with Crystalia Aaron. But he does have to crash, and he does have to play at least one fairy so he doesn't overdraw next turn. He only plays one. And this turn, my hand's still kind of bad, but like where I'm almost at the late game. I can almost really play the game and play practice cards. So I go Saha Grimnir to clear the 1/1. And it's really nice for me too because unless he plays Aaron this turn, whatever he plays this turn is gonna get cleared by the Ouroboros in my hand. All right, so he goes Selwyn's command and shows me the third ancient elf. I was pretty tilted by this because ancient elf as dragon has always been like a pretty hard. Well, I mean, ancient elf in general has always been a pretty hard card to clear, but especially as dragon because early on, it gets in a ton of chip damage for you, and it's just really annoying. So here he needed to have a White Wolf in order to be in an okay spot. He does not, so he has to play Will of the Forest and basically skip a turn. And then he replays the Sky Stride the Sky Stride Raptor. All right, now here I draw Poliwhirl. I go ahead and immediately slam that down because this will be one of the only turns I get to play it. And versus Forest, you only get so many free turns they can really capitalize with. And in my hand, I have wards, I have healing, and I also have storm damage. So I have the perfect trifecta here. So I can like start trying to play to the board and try to close out this game. All right, so I go and get 9 damage in, and now he's on a timer. If he doesn't get rid of the Polyphonic Roar, if I ever get a clear turn, he is in range of Genesis Dragon plus one plus one Blast Dragon. All right, now here he actually made a really heads up play. Um, he played around Genesis Dragon by playing out a zero cost and then evoing into the Windblast Dragon. So I didn't actually have lethal, and I was still in a pretty precarious situation because I'm at 12. Jungle Wardens deal 8, and he has 3 on board. So he's already has 11 damage on board, and I still didn't draw a Sybil. Like, so I was kind of really mad about that, but at least I have the fervor. I go ahead and just full clear everything. But I'm still in a really precarious situation because 2 jungle wardens would have killed me. All right, now here he goes ahead and uses the Cresselia Aaron, but this is perfectly fine because there's an Ouroboros in my hand, and the Ouroboros now gets to come in for free. And he's still under pressure due to the spawning Windblast Dragons. All right, so I go and ping it with the Ouroboros. The reason why I choose not to use Breath of the Salamander here is because there's always a chance that I might need the Breath of the Salamander in the future. Although, however, if he did for some reason have Bahamut, then yes, the ping face will have been more correct to do. But I just really wanted to have an answer towards if he had any. And now here he's the Glimmering Wings, but it doesn't matter because well he's just completely out of it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave comments and thoughts below, and I'll catch you guys next time.